Over the winter break, I found out about a 10-day silent meditation retreat called Vipassana Meditation. During the 10-day course, you can't speak to anyone, you can't journal, you can't even look anyone in the eye. And while you do share a dorm with other people, you are to live as though you are practicing in isolation. Your day basically consisted of meditation, followed by breakfast, meditation, lunch, meditation, and then tea time. There's no dinner. So during tea time, there's just fruits and tea, and you better hope that you fill yourself up because you're not going to have anything else until breakfast the next day. So what is Vipassana? Vipassana means to see things as they really are. It is one of India's oldest forms of meditation and was a technique that Siddhartha Gautama himself used to reach enlightenment. What's great about the retreat is that it is totally free. You're not obligated to donate anything, and if you cannot complete the entire 10 days, they won't even let you donate. And while I could talk more about my personal experience, I decided to return to the meditation center to hear what more experienced meditators have to say. I couldn't interview any of the students, so instead I interviewed the servers and the volunteers who have at least completed one 10-day course.
Actually, I waited for 2 years to get into the course. I applied for first time and there was waiting list. So I could not get a chance. And I waited for 2 years.
Somebody told me about the Vipassana and I felt like I have to go do this. And that was in 2003, and I think I actually was pretty quickly on a flight to North Fork, California to do my first 10 days, which was for me convincing, like that's it for me. Like that's the way I will continue meditating.
It was word of mouth, family members and a few friends I've known for years saying it was very worthwhile and be beneficial to me. And indeed it was. Everybody recognized my change after my first 10-day class. And I'm a changed person.
Now, Vipassana means insight, looking inside into yourself and trying to understand what it is. And the things that you start beginning to understand is what's your purpose in life, what's driving you, what's the subconscious influences that are controlling you, mental deformations. These are embedded deep in our subconscious, and it's only when we sit down and calmly meditate that we are able to unearth them or overcome them.
I was very opinionated and didn't care to listen to anybody else's views. Very aggressive, anger, and after it was just totally different, opposite, and everybody recognized it. No anger issues, feel better about myself. And I've done it, so it's a way of life now.
I just attended just one time. It was obviously really difficult for me, since it was the first time, obviously. I had really hard time until for 6th or 7th days. I think the major challenge was obviously to silence your mind. After 6th or 7th day, I was able to actually start meditating.
It felt so natural, and I think it's so incredibly designed. And I learned immediately in that time, and I spoke to other people sometimes that said, yeah, 10 days is too long, and if day 7 it was done, I would have. And I said, no, because on day 8 there's again that other part that we can, and on day 9 I think it's perfectly designed, and there's a reason for that 10-day meditation. And I really felt such a, I could call it a flow in my meditation, day 1, day 2, day 3. It made so much sense.
I was enamored by it. It was painful, but there are so many things I learned about Buddha, the teacher, Siddhartha, and about this process. I liked it because it was very scientific. There's not much of promises of the future. It is here and now. You get the benefits of it here and now. We have certain basic habit patterns that have developed in the mind that cannot be changed just by saying, I'm not going to be angry, I'm not going to get affected, I'm not going to drink. Just saying that is not easy to overcome. But through the practice of meditation, they've been able to show that these synaptic connections loosen up, and then we are able to overcome habit patterns.
Yes, the viewers that have not been practicing any Vipassana and they might have a certain ways of, thinking about it like negative or try, do it. But I always tell people when they go for the first time, do your work, do it all the way. If you go, you do it all the way.